Hi there, you're watching Your Trades on ET Now with me, Snesh. And with me, as always, is Priyanka Uppal. And well, Priyanka, good day coming in for the markets. Nifty has reached a record high, and towards the end of the trading session, you also had Sensex that touched that record high level. Past 80,300 is the level that Sensex has closed at. Good moves coming in for the Sensex as well as the Nifty today. And you have Nifty ending the day at the highest point of the trading session, 0.5% uptick coming in for that as well, closing at 24,433 above that 400 level, looking comfortably as well. India VIX, however, continues its upward journey. Yesterday it was a 7% hike coming in, 5% higher on India VIX today as well, so that's something to watch out for. Nifty Bank up 0.3%, good moves coming over here as well. When we talk about the broader markets, mid and small cap have ended the day in the green but have underperformed the benchmarks, and both of these indices, mid and small, higher by 0.3% in the green nonetheless. Moving on, let's talk about some sectors that were the top gainers today. You have Nifty Auto, biggest gainer today, 2% gain coming in on this index, and majorly fueled by the rally that we did see coming in Maruti today. That has closed higher by almost 6.7%. Followed by that, you have Pharma holding up pretty well. PSU banks, remember, a sector that was losing over the last couple of trading sessions, has reversed, and good moves coming in on Nifty PSU bank as well. Realty, FMCG, media, you have all of these closing in the green. On the flip side, Nifty Energy slightly under pressure, and IT stocks, Coforge, L&T, you have Infosys, TCS, all of these stocks slightly under pressure before L&T and HCL Tech come out with their results on Thursday and Friday, kickstarting the Q1 earnings season on the Nifty front for us. Other than that, a few buzzers that I would like to talk about. You did have good moves coming in on a whole host of stocks today, and Bombay Burma, top gainer today. Commodity prices, tea and coffee, have gone up, so good moves coming over there as well. But other than all of these buzzers today, Priyanka, lots to talk for, at least when it comes to mutual fund data. Very good moves being seen on SIP data as well.
I think, Snehi, the way you started, it's yet another good day.
Yeah,
and good day for the market.
There's nothing to complain.
Good day for Nifty, for Sensex, and again for the M3 data, which is the month-on-month record levels that was keep on seeing. It's 21,000 of SIP. That's again another record. And then small cap and mid cap, that's a third straight month wherein we are seeing the strong flows coming in. So that's clearly the story which has been holding up by retail investor DIIs. That continues to see, and we've seen how the equity AUM also soaring. Yes, so a couple of the very interesting space. In fact, if you see a combination, tea stocks doing well, sugar stocks doing well. So consumption theme overall is doing very well, and then specifically these sectors are doing very well. So, but at the same time, the data which came in from non-life space also has shown a growth of 9% for the June month. That's a Y-on-Y figure. And in fact, non-life insurance industry premium also had grown. I mean, the data which we talk about, there was a growth about 9%. So and there are some standout spaces which happens to be, which are called as budget space stocks also, sectors also. There has been no stopping to them. Fertilizer, chemicals, standout gainers again today, when a lot of stocks, sub-sectors we've seen were growing. But very interesting move which came in banking stocks today. If you see the PSU bank stocks, especially the mid-cap and the small cap, is that a rally looking like to start in this space? We'll explore that. But then overall, a couple of spaces and stocks that we've discussed. Now, let's get our experts also on board. Kunal Bothra joins in to talk about on the index. Kunal, yet another we say that maybe yet another day, maybe there can be some consolidation, a sideways move, though the range was not very broad. It was a narrow range on Nifty, but at least it's an upward trajectory only. But then the way banks have moved today, there was a broad 500 point of range for the bank Nifty, and the kind of contribution we've seen from large cap as well as mid cap PSU banks. Do you see movement coming in here? A first take on your index, both Nifty and Bank Nifty.
Well, yeah, good afternoon. My sense is that this move should continue for the indices, where you've seen strong sector rotation, sector churn at play. Initially it was private sector banking stocks which are doing pretty well. For example, for the Bank Nifty, now we have the PSU banking stocks which are showing signs of recovery. So I think it's a classic sector churn at play, and I believe that given the market conditions where we are trading over the last 1 month, we've seen these sector churns being one of the major reasons why the index has kept on moving up higher, made higher lows for itself, and every now and then you see participation from the other stocks, which makes the market more broad based. So I believe net, it is a good day where we saw the index, Nifty as well as Sensex, both of them hitting or coming to the fresh highs. Bank Nifty showing mild recovery, at least the sell-off which was happening over the last couple of days, that seems to be getting arrested, and it closed about the 52,500 mark. So all in all, quite a positive day for the indices.
All right, Kunal, thanks for sharing with us your perspective on how the market shaped up today. But amid a space like this, record high on Nifty and Sensex both, what are the stocks or what are the spaces where you are seeing value, and what would you recommend for our viewers?
So I would go with two buy calls. The first one is one HCC. That's a chart which is starting to look attractive because of the last 2 weeks of consolidation. The stock had shown, and I think it closed at 51 approximately on the spot level. So it's just a buy with a target of 56. Stop loss could be kept at 47. And the second would be a buy on MFSL, Max Financial Services. This chart is also something which is coming back above its 50-day moving average, forming a bullish flag formation on the daily charts. Buy with a target of 1060. Stop loss at 980.
All right, thanks very much, Kunal, for your view on the index as well as sharing your two recommendations also for the day. Thanks very much. Let's get Srishti also in the show. Srishti joins in with two stocks where she sees a breakout pattern. Srishti, clearly both the stocks on the upside.
Well, certainly both the counters today are yet again a breakout stock because the markets once again did hit all-time high levels when it comes to Nifty 50. So first up is the pharma counter, though the pharma index is also sitting at its all-time high levels, but Torrent Pharma looked quite interesting, and that's why we are highlighting this counter on the breakout side. What you can see is that though the stock has been on a continuous uptrend, it did manage to move above that 2900 mark, I beg your pardon. Then it retraced back and took a support at its 20-day moving average, but once again retesting its earlier resistance, and hence we are spotting this as one of the breakout stocks. And this move today was also supported by a long build-up on the derivative side. So this is the first stock. We're moving on to the next counter then, and this is Welspun Corporation. Though we don't discuss this stock much often, but what was interesting to see that the stock managed to break above its key resistance of 620 rupees. What you will see is that for the past couple of times the stock has been facing such resistance around these levels, then retracing back and once again resuming its journey upwards. What was also interesting to see is that though it has been taking support at its moving averages, but other than that, it's the third straight week when the stock is in uptrend, and that shows that the strength of the buyers is actually intact in Welspun Corporation, and hence we thought of highlighting this as the second stock on the breakout side. So these are the two stocks. Back to you.
Srishti, for taking us through two breakout stocks today. You have Torrent Pharma as well as Welspun Corp. So that's what Srishti is spotting on the technicals. But now it's time to slip into the word from the wise segment. And chalking out a well-balanced portfolio is a must. But where should one park their funds? Is it time for investors to look at policy plays or stick to the good old-fashioned fundamentals, clean balance sheet plays? Sridhar Sivaram, who's our word for the wise for the day, outlines a slew of spaces and the rationale behind his call. Take a look.
Telecom is something that we've been bullish for a while, and the rough numbers based on the ARPUs that have gone up is that the industry revenues can go up by about 40-50,000 crore. Now that goes straight into the EBITDA. Even if you take a 10 times EV EBITDA, that's 5 lakh crores of extra market cap for the industry. Then you can figure out how you want to allocate between the three players. But that gives you a reasonable, leeway to play around with that. We think ARPUs will continue to move up, given that they've been flat for multiple years now. Power and power equipment is something that we really like, because we think that in the wind and in solar, we could see doubling of capacity in the next 3-4 years. Wind from some about 40 gigawatts to around 80, and in solar from about 70 to say about 200. Same is with thermal, that we could see an addition of 40-50 gigawatts in the next few years. And this brings a huge opportunity for the power equipment players. Having said that, I have to also warn that power equipment companies have really gone through the roof. And obviously, at this stage, they look very expensive, but they could show 40-50% earnings growth.
All right, so for a long-time horizon, you need to keep, and that's what the two themes that Shivram is bullish on is telecom and the power ancillary theme. But then where is the smart people making portfolio in? June quarter saw a lot of investor interest in the market. Block deal action was upbeat and many market veterans took advantage of the sustained record run on the street. How have their portfolios changed in the quarter gone by? Where did they increase or decrease their shareholding? Entire detailed analysis, Sharad brings in. Sharad, over to you.
Well, as market investors and how their movement has happened of the shareholding pattern for the month of June. And first, we are taking Radhakishan Damani. Over here, we look at it, and VST Industries, that is where he has actually increased his stake by roughly 200 basis points, coming in at 36.3%. A minor blip when it comes to Blue Dart Express. Also up next is Madhu Kela. Over here, the only one stock is there in focus currently, which has been updated on the exchanges. Trill, that is your transformer rectifiers. That is where there is a significant reduction, almost 225 basis points reduction coming in for the June quarter. Dolly Khanna, if you look at it, 3 important stocks are there which would be in focus, and 2 new entries also make it to the list. That is Nile and Tina Rubber. And interestingly, Ceylon Exploration, over here 60 basis points increase has come in the earnings. Overall, Ashish Kacholia, if you look at it over here, Dhabria Plywood is a small cap stock. Over here has increased its stake by 20 basis points, coming in at 6.7%. While ace investor Vallabh Bansali of Enam Group, his name also comes in. Styronix, it's a new entry and his name comes in almost 1.1%. Porinju Veliat, if you look at it, Mitsu Chemplast, the stock's name is there might have been a complete exit or the stake has fallen below the 1% mark, and sequentially 117 basis points of cut has been recorded. Also next is Mukul Agarwal. Over here 4 stocks are in focus. You're looking at it, Apollo Pipes, there has been a reduction of 20 basis points, but a complete exit might have been there for Zentech and Dhabria Plywood. But impact of the pref allotment, we see ASM Tech where his stake comes into 6.5%. And lastly, we'd like to talk about Sage One Advisors, Samit Vartak, who promotes this. Over here, MacForce over here is seeing almost a 6.2% stake in the June shareholding after the pref allotment. So these are the current update names of the smart money and the smart investors in the June shareholding pattern.
All right, Sharad, thanks so much for that wonderful compilation of what investors, marquee investors, have kept or
Quite
removed
many
from their
interesting
portfolio.
stocks, in fact, rather.
Absolutely, some of them which we haven't even heard before and are not commonly talked about or discussed. But on that note, viewers, we hope you have good takeaways to take away from that. But we'll slip into a very short break on this edition of Your Trades. We'll be right back with more details.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.